The clutch pedal is down to the floor. Let's sort this. Open the bonnet. Start by removing the battery terminals. Disconnect the negative earth and using a 10mm spanner remove the terminal connections. Remove the battery strap using a 13mm socket. With that out, the battery is now loose and can be removed. Next, unclip the two connectors from the ECU. Now we are going to be removing all the clips that hold wires to the battery tray. There are several of them and a small earth wire held in place with a 10mm nut. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Broken Fixed. Once you remove the earth wire, then replace the nut so you don't lose it. On the positive battery wire there are two clips, one on the top and one below. With all the clips removed, we can now lift out the plastic tray. Now we remove the three nut and bolts holding the tray in place. The nut on this car is super dirty, so I need to clean it so we can see it better. Spray a little WD-40. With the tray loose, we can unclip the wire from the bottom of the ECU. Now the tray should just lift out. This is the part we need to replace. Using a flat screwdriver, prise up and remove the pipe clip. With this out, you can pull out the pipe. This pipe connection is corroded, so I cleaned it with a wire brush. Now loosen but do not fully remove the two 13mm bolts holding the cylinder in place. Unscrew them fully by hand. The cylinder will fire back when the pressure is released. Remove the broken cylinder. The original Fiat parts are made of plastic and don't last long. The replacement is made of metal and is much more robust. I will provide links in the description on where to buy one, as well as where you can get all tools or items used in this video. Remove the pipe clip from the new cylinder. Slide in the new cylinder using two hands and compress the piston into the clutch lever. There will be some resistance, so once it has compressed to the point where you can see the bolt holes, drop in the bolts and hand tighten with your other hand. Once it's loosely in place, tighten the 13mm bolts to secure it in place. Now we fit the pipe into the cylinder. On this car I had to compress this in due to the corrosion on the connection despite cleaning it up. Once it's inserted as far as possible, then replace the metal clip. Now we need to bleed the air out. If you have a bleeding kit, then use that. I don't have one, so I do this the old-fashioned way with the aid of someone else in the car. Loosen the 7mm bleed screw. While doing this, make sure the brake fluid is kept topped up with .4 brake fluid. Open the bleed screw and have the person in the car press the clutch pedal to the floor. Close the bleed screw and have them lift the pedal. Repeat this process several times until you stop seeing air bubbles coming out of the bleed screw and you only see clear brake fluid. If you do this correctly, then when you press the clutch with the bleed screw closed, the clutch lever will move once all air is out of the system. Do not let the brake fluid drop too low during this process. Once completed, top it up to the max fill level and close the lid. Make sure the bleed screw is closed and replace the rubber cap. Wipe away the area with a cloth and clean with brake cleaner. Lower the battery tray back into place and clip in the lower wire. Drop the tray over the mounting bolt. Now replace all the clips that connect the wires to the tray. Reconnect the ECU connections and reconnect the small earthing wire. Replace the 3 bolts and nut that hold the tray in place. For the lower nut, use a small screwdriver to drop the nut over the recessed bolt. Replace the plastic battery tray. Lower in the battery with the terminals facing upwards. Make sure the battery is pushed up to the corner and fit the battery strap with the 13mm nut. With the battery secure, refit the battery terminals and tighten with a 10mm spanner. Finally, replace the negative earth cable. Your clutch pedal should work normally now. Job done.